Russian President Vladimir Putin on Sunday said his campaign in Ukraine was going according to plan and would not end until Kyiv stopped fighting. His remarks were made in a phone call with Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan, who appealed for a ceasefire in the conflict, as did French President Emmanuel Macron, who held a nearly 2-hour phone call with Putin on Sunday. Nearly 1.5 million people have fled in what the UN calls the fastest-growing refugee crisis in Europe since World War II. Efforts to evacuate some of the 400,000 residents from the heavily bombarded city of Mariupol failed for a second day on Sunday. The Ukrainian coastal city has endured days of shelling, trapping people without heat, power and water. Kyiv has renewed its appeal to the West to toughen sanctions, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky asked again on Sunday for a no-fly zone to be introduced for all Russian rockets.
If
you don't do it, if you do not provide us with at least planes so that we can defend ourselves, then there is only one conclusion to make. You also want us to be killed very slowly.
He added that Russia was preparing to bombard another southern city, Odessa. Washington and its NATO allies have resisted Ukraine's appeals for a no-fly zone for fear that it would escalate the conflict beyond Ukraine's borders. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Sunday said that the US had seen very credible reports of deliberate attacks on civilians, and that Washington was documenting these reports to support potential war crimes investigations. Russia denies attacking civilian areas. The West has ratcheted up sanctions and scaled up efforts to rearm Ukraine, sending in items ranging from Stinger missiles to anti-tank weapons.